Hi, welcome to the channel. After recent success of Deathwatch in tournaments and from a single request I've received, I'm doing a 5-minute Codex review. Like all Space Marine chapters at the moment, they're making the best use out of Relic Contemptor Dreadnoughts with Volkites. However, the faction has a lot of depth and combinations that you can unlock. Don't forget you also have everything that's in the core Space Marines book as well. Starting off with some general rules. You can reroll wound rolls of 1 against a specific battlefield type, so you choose before the battle starts what you're wanting to target. You might choose troops, HQs. They can reroll hit rolls of 1 against Xenos, and they have a special ability to choose what combat doctrine they're in for each turn. They can have Devastator once, Tactical twice, and Assault 3 times. They have a special way to form units by building kill teams, which I'll come on to shortly. They have access to special issue ammunition, which is special buffs for shooting, and loads of anti-Xenos traits. Other things to remember, you don't need lieutenants as you already have the rerolls built into the army, and a librarian is a must take now, perhaps even take more than one. A quick look at the special issue ammunition. Certain Deathwatch weapon types can access this, and every time you shoot you can choose one of 4 options. The Dragonfire bolts ignores cover, Hellfire rounds are a +1 to wound, Kraken bolts add 6 inches to the range, +1 AP, and Vengeance rounds +1 damage. One of the particularly special features of Deathwatch is their ability to create kill teams, where you can mix different unit types together to create a more powerful group. There's loads of options, it's a really complex data sheet, and you can certainly unlock a lot of combinations. There are 4 ways of building a kill team. The first one is Proteus. You start with 5 veterans, and then you can add in Bikers, Vanguard, or Terminators. You can have up to 10 models. That entire kill team will be classed as infantry and have OBSEC. The Fortis type starts with 5 Intercessors, and then you layer in Assault Intercessors, Outriders, and Hellblasters. Indomitor type is the Gravis Armor 1. You start with 5 Heavy Intercessors, and then add Eradicators, Inceptors, and Aggressors. And the Spectrus starts with 5 Infiltrators, and then you layer in Incursors, Eliminators, or Reavers. So taking the Proteus kill team, you have 5 veterans with 5 Bikers, and then you can combat squat them and split the Bikers off into their own unit, but they're still running with OBSEC. Once you have your kill team, you can also pay to give it a specialism. You can only include 1 of each specialism, and what it does is takes your reroll wound rolls of 1 and enhances it to be reroll all wounds. Take for example the Furor specialism, which for 30 points allows you to specialise in killing troops. If your entire army tactic is to reroll wound rolls of 1 for troops, then this means you can reroll all wounds for troops for this unit. Each different specialism targets a different battlefield type, and it will give you reroll wound rolls of 1 for that type in addition to the overall army tactic. There are some really great Warlord traits. There's a lot of good focus around buffing units and a strat that will allow you to take a second Warlord trait. There are 6 in total, and just to highlight a few of the best ones, you have Paragon of their chapter. This is probably the best one, and it allows you to select another Space Marines chapter tactic. So for instance, if you choose Dark Angel, you can switch the doctrine. Your Raven Guard, you can redeploy. Imperial Fist, benefit from cover. Vigilance Incarnate allows you to select a different battlefield type, and it's an aura ability giving reroll wound rolls of 1 to that. And finally, Optimized Priority, which is a 6-inch aura, which allows units to perform actions and shoot. Really powerful in 9th. Looking at the relics, there are 16, but I'm not going to go through them all and just pick out the 3 best ones. You got the Dominus Aegis, which gives +1 to armor save, and then units within 6 inches get a 5+ invuln. The Tome of Ectoclades. Once per battle, for units within 6 inches, you select a data sheet and then your entire army get reroll all wound rolls against that. And finally the Beacon Angelis, where you can redeploy an infantry or biker unit to within 6 inches of the bearer. There are 6 powers in the Xena Purge Psychic Discipline. Lots of powerful options, I'm just going to pick out the 3 best again. You get the Premorphic Resonance, which is a warp charge of 6, where you can overwatch on a 5+, fight first, and a +1 to hit rolls in melee. Fortified with Contempt also goes off on a 6. A bit like Catalyst for Tyranids, gives a 5+ feel no pain. And Severance for a warp charge of 7. It deals 1 morsel wound. It then reduces the aura abilities of the target by 3 inches. And if your psychic test beats the leadership of that target, then it turns off aura abilities entirely. Stratagems are where Deathwatch shine. There's a real variety of strats that target specific factions. There are 18, but I'll just highlight some of the best ones. If you're facing Orcs, Stem the Green Tide for 2 CP is great. It allows you to overwatch from all targets of a charge. And if you kill any models, then it's -2 to charge for that unit. Great when countering Deep Strike or the jump attacks, and you can still combine this with Overwatch as well. Other specific Xenos strats include having a -1 for reanimation protocols against Necrons, or removing all Marklights from a unit against Tau. A very powerful one if you know Space Marines well is the Brotherhood of Veterans for 2 CP, and for a unit you can choose a chapter or successor tactic for a turn, so things like Ultramarines Fall Back and Shoot, White Scars Advance and Charge, Imperial Fist Exploding 6s. Death to the Alien for 1 CP is a simple +1 attack against Xenos. Just wanted a quick look at the Deathwatch specific vehicle. The CORVUS BLACKSTAR is coming back into its own at 180 points. You can transport a Proteus kill team around, which is really handy. For your rocket options, you can select anti-infantry or anti-tank. It has bombs that deal mortal wounds on 6s. And for a 5-point upgrade, which is really worth it, the AUSPECS ability, which allows it to ignore cover. There's a really great strat that I'm sure everyone will play who has a CORVUS BLACKSTAR. It's called Shroudfill for 2 CP, and you can't shoot the unit unless it's your closest target. You can see there just how many tools the Deathwatch have in their toolbox. Let me know in the comments how you've been playing them and if I've missed anything. See you again soon. Bye.